Make sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfella One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. If you didn't know, now you know. Heath Thurman returns this weekend, January 26th. Barclays Center versus Josesito López. Just want to have an open conversation about the topic. We back, Goodfella Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. One time for the one-time blessings. And you want a prediction? I expect Heath Thurman to win this fight, knockout, around the 7th, 8th round. I'm not going to get into the synopsis part of it. It's going to be pretty much a open conversation. Obviously, I don't care that Heath Thurman is coming back this weekend because he's not going to be fighting anybody this year. He said he hopes to fight 3 times this year. Means he will actually only fight twice and 2 tune-ups and then come back next year and fight Sean Porter and make excuse why not to fight Errol Spence. So, obviously, it's a big day in boxing for some fans. People looked at as Thurman coming back as progression for the welterweight division. I look at it as stagnant. It's stagnant and nothing changed. He's tuning up twice, and Josesito López is a guy that, quite frankly, he ain't been in a loop in quite some time, you know what I'm saying? So, why am I excited to see Thurman versus Josesito López? You know what I'm saying? Thurman will basically be off for almost 3 years, bro. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. I can't explain it no other way. This dude is gonna be off for several years, 3 years really. Go back, he last fought in March 2017, so basically he was out 9 months in 2017, the whole 2018. If you look at it this way, he'd be out the whole 2019 because he's just tuning up. So it's no progression. He's not going to be fighting no hard fights. Not unless they mandate him. And then the WBA been protecting him this so long. Why would they mandate it? I mean, Lopez got a win over Cruz last year. Then he got a win over Saul Corrala in 17. Then he fought once over Todd Manuel in 2016. This dude been fighting once a year like Heath Thurman. His activity rates suck. Then he lost to Andre Berto in 2015. Got knocked out in the 6th round. Then he didn't fight. He hasn't been fighting once ever since 2015. So, this dude is just like, why? This should have been attached to the Adrian Broner, Manny Pacquiao undercard, man. And what you got to understand is the reason these fighters act this way is because they feel entitled and they spoiled, like Heath Thurman. I mean, if you out 3 years, why should you come back and get a headliner versus Josesito López? That don't make no sense. You should be punished for ducking. I don't care if he was injured. He should be punished. He should be an undercard. He should have been forced to fight on the Mares Tank undercard. He should have been forced to fight in the Errol Spence Mikey undercard and feel like lesser of a man. But PBC, all they do is baby these dudes, man. He don't get a good payday for a tune-up. So why should he rush to come back? John Jones was gone for how many years? 2.5 years, a year and a half, whatever it was. He came back versus a tough fight, a guy who gave him the toughest fight of his career. This dude, wasn't nothing wrong with this dude. Like, he didn't even know what was wrong. On the Brandon Shaw podcast, he said, my shoulder. Nigga, I thought it was your hand and your elbow. Like, dude, man, at the end of the day, respect the fighters. Man, tell the fighters to respect the sport. The only time fans in boxing or any other sport get mad, really, is when and really get outraged when these fighters disrespect the sport. Y'all, they quick to say, oh, the media and the fans got to respect the fight. No, tell the fighters to respect the sport. Tell Al Heyman and PBC Boxing and the rest of the respect the sport. Do the right thing and put Heath Thurman on the undercard. Real talk, Heath Thurman shouldn't be showcasing at the Barclays Center. That's a joke. You could have put him on the undercard of Lara and them. You taking a good ass fight card. Somebody else could have had that day at the Barclays Center. Somebody else could have had that. Nobody care about no Naoki and Washington neither. What does that mean? If it ain't Wilder, Joshua, or Fury, we don't care. So you put up a bullshit card on Fox. Come on, man. Y'all couldn't find nobody in Josesito better than Josesito López, bro. Nobody. A dude who been just as inactive as damn near Thurman. And you want everybody to sit there and go out to Brooklyn and watch Heath Thurman? Y'all try rabbit ass mind, man. This don't even deserve to be spoken to existence. This dude is taking 2019 off anyway. Oh, it's a get back year. I don't care. I'm back in Brooklyn, the champ. You're not the champ. You're the chump. You're a title holder. That's what we got to stop calling these dudes champions until somebody become the lineal champion of the division. You a champion. He's a chump. The chump is back in Brooklyn. It's a joke. Would you be surprised if Keith Thurman came in there and injured his elbow? I wouldn't. Or injured his shoulder, his little hand again? I wouldn't. If he ain't going to fight Earl, he ain't going to fight Sean. If he ain't going to fight Terrence, then why are we talking about him? Well, we already know the outcome. He going to beat Josesito López. This guy ain't fought nobody since he fought Berto. Got knocked out by Berto. So, I mean, really. Really. They want us to be happy with this. And people will be happy. Oh, Keith Thurman came down, knocked out López. I told you, he knocked out Spencer. It proves nothing. It proves nothing. Then we got to wait 2 or 3 weeks after the fight to see if Keith Thurman hurt or broke something or strained something. You know what I'm saying? Then he going to come back and fight somebody else that we don't care about. So what are we really talking about here, man? Really. Josesito López, man. Come on, man. Just you can push a door open and get more resistance than that. Than him. You know, man, it's just make it tough talking about this shit, man, because how are we supposed to get excited about this fight? How does this fight have any of the pizzazz that Broner and Pacquiao had, man? How? But make sure you check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, on a better note at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off no matter the markdown, the price slash, the promo discount they run. You still get the 18% off their all-natural products. Lotions, foot soaks, bath bombs, hair pomade, muscle relaxers, deodorant, all natural. Go check them out. The website, promo code in the description. Y'all know what the business is, man. But, you know, how we get excited coming from the Broner Pacquiao fight? That was an exciting weekend. You know, and I understand, like, historically and traditionally, not the last couple years, I don't think, the beginning of the year is, you know, usually a slow start for boxing. But in my opinion, Keith Thurman don't deserve a headliner card. He should be disciplined for being out. He should have to come back and fight on somebody undercard. But if you don't discipline a bad child, what you get? He gonna continue to be bad and get worse and worse. If you don't discipline this type of behavior, he ain't gonna never get back in. If you're gonna be able to get $1 or $2 million, you know, for fighting Josesito López, then what's the rush? What's the rush? It's no rush. John Jones came back because he needed money. I'm pretty sure he needed that money. No, Keith Thurman, they probably been wiring Keith Thurman money to keep Keith Thurman afloat. They baby these niggas too much, man. Paying their legal fees when they get in trouble. Al Heyman probably paid for the wedding. I mean, this is a joke, man. It's a joke, man. You gotta remember, these dudes is little midgets anyway, man. So they got little man mindsets and small man complex and shit like that, man. Right, man. I wish they just strip him. I wouldn't give a fuck about him. Strip that motherfucker, man. You know, he's basically gonna hold the belt for 3 years and not do nothing. Then right when you want to get the fight you want to see after he fights Sean Porter next year, you know, then the fight you want, they're gonna order mandatory. Watch what I tell you, bro. Watch what I tell you. Either WBC and he beat Sean Porter next year, or WBA is gonna call for a mandatory. Oh, I got to fight my mandatory. I'm telling you how this about to go. You're gonna go into 2020. You're going to go into 2021 in the same predicament you came in 2017 with. Keith Thurman with 2 belts. Sean Porter with 1. Sean Porter with no belt. Errol Spence with 1 belt. And then top rank with the WBO, which would be Terrence Crawford this time around. Not Manny Pacquiao, Jesse Vargas, whoever had it. You're going to go into 20. You're going to end 2020 with that same predicament. Watch what I tell you, bro. You're going to end with one guy with 2 belts between Sean and Keith. I think it's going to be Keith. You're going to end up with a guy in Errol with 1 belt. You're going to end up with top rank, this time Terrence Crawford with a belt. You're going to end 2020 off with the same shit you started 2017 off with. And I want to hear them excuses then. Because you know somebody going to be out there saying, oh, you just being too hard on Keith Thurman, man. You know, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Pathetic fight, pathetic weekend, pathetic fight card. 2 shitty fight cards for PBC in a row. And I obviously don't care about the whole Jaime Maguire and Takashi Nuyuwa. Like I said, I'm be living my best life Saturday, man. I don't think I'm even going to try to watch none of these fights, man. If I do, I do. I don't. It's pathetic, man. Y'all let me know what happened if I don't. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter. Also, go reach out to me in email if you got a business question, inquiry, or sponsorship, or you just got a video request. Also, don't forget you can make a donation to the channel. Better yet, you can just share the videos or go over to The Hellblaze at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. get that 18% off, and then just tell them, you know, I sent you. That's the way you tell them I sent you for the all natural products, lotion soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, hair pomade, all natural deodorant and toothpaste, all natural products and more. Go check them out. Once again, I appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you check out the Patreon. Hardcore Boxing Fans, Raw and Uncensored Explicit, only $2 a month. And I got another tier, check that out as well. And some big changes coming for our social media, so be on the lookout for that announcement next.